Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I wanted to say this today, I am recording another video very quickly. Getting a second video recorded right now. Today, I wanted to read a story called Welcome to My Sad Life. This one's only 30 minutes when it comes to time, 39 minutes in time. But I'm going to make it longer because, I'm going to be reading 5 chapters per episode. So that is going to be a total of 4 episodes for this story. Now, I'm going to read what it says. So, this is a rated mature, so this is a mature story. Just thought I would let you all know this. But continuing on with the story's description. This story is only told in one person's perspective. He will be introduced in the first chapter. This character has a secret. He has a beautiful voice, right for singing, but the choir teachers will not let him be in choir. Some could say his voice is like a siren, a species of merfolk that have beautiful voices and uses them to lead pirates and seagoers to their death. He can also talk to animals, and he's a fairy. He does not know he has these unique gifts. What happens when a boy comes to his town and that boy is an alpha werewolf? When that boy sees him and claims him as his mate. Alright. Chapter 1. And don't worry, you guys will get to know the entire name of the character right in just a second. I sighed softly as I walked to the alleyway that I lived in. My name's Donahue Patrick O'Pax Jameson, but I just go by Donahue. My name means beloved noble of peace Jameson. I know, lovely name, right? My parents thought of it, and I still love my name. I'm 5'4", 16 years old, and I have red hair with a bright purple eye. My other eye is black like my mom's eyes were. My skin is lightly tan, and I'm a homeless child. I've been on the streets for as long as I can remember. People at my school always bully me, including the teachers. My family abandoned me when I was 10 because they couldn't afford to take me with them when they were moving. I wanted to join the choir last year, but the teachers wouldn't let me. They said, and I quote, that I would make the choir lose every contest. Everyone hates me for no reason. I've done nothing. All I did was live on the streets, but I guess to them, my torn and dirty clothes were ugly. I didn't choose this. I looked into the window that's always open to see the time, 5:25 p.m. I better get going to work, I mumbled softly. I work at a grocery store not too far now. I know what you're thinking. I should have enough money to live in an apartment, but the truth is, I don't. I only make enough for my food for the week, and even then, I sometimes don't even eat dinner. I walked to the place I worked at and saw someone new. I'd never seen this boy before. He had blue hair with dark evergreen eyes. He also looked to be around 6'3". I walked by him and I felt a dominant aura come from him. His aura is so strong. It makes me feel weak at the knees, I thought. I sighed and continued walking into the store. I walked to where I keep my work clothes and get dressed. I then started my evening off. I couldn't get that man out of my head. I wonder what his name is. Dahi! Can you help our new employee? My boss called. Yes, I can, I yelled to him. I walked over to Jim, that's my boss's name, and saw that same pair of eyes that I saw a moment ago. My name's Gabriel. Gabriel Lincoln. I suppose your name is Dahi? Now, by the way, I wanted to state this. Dahi, yes, there's a YouTuber also named Dahi. Dahi de Nogla. But this character here has no relation to that YouTuber at all. Just the same name. Just the same first name. Nahi, Nogla, whatever the fuck his name is. I know he's basically known as somebody important. But Dahi in here is different than that. So, this is a different Dahi. Now let's just continue. Chapter 2. Yes, that's my name. I said to Gabriel. He nodded at me, and then I helped him on his first day. Why were your clothes so dirty and torn? He asked me while we were stocking some of the shelves after closing. I jumped at his question. It's nothing, Gabriel. Don't worry about it. How old are you? I asked. I'm 18. I just started going to the high school here. He said. So he's 2 years older than me, and he's pretty cute. Oh, I go to the high school here as well. I walk there every day. I said softly. You know I'm still going to worry about why your clothes were dirty and torn. He said, looking at me. Yeah, look, I got to get heading home. I said to him. I headed over to the room. I kept my work clothes and changed. He came into the room shortly after I got dressed. Okay, but I guess I'll see you at school, he said, looking at me. I nodded, then head out to the door. I heard my stomach growl. I don't have any money right now, said softly. Here, I don't need this, I heard Gabriel say. I turned around and saw him holding an apple and with some chicken. I blushed a bit and looked at him. Are you sure you don't? Are you sure you want me to have this? I asked him. Yeah, you helped me out today, and I could tell that you were hungry. He said, smiling. I took the food and ate while talking to him. Once I finished, he took the trash and tossed it into the nearest trash can. Thank you so much for doing that. Normally people don't do that for me. I stood looking down. Saw him step closer to me and grab my chin. He made me look at him, his eyes trapping me in them. What do you mean? He asked. I broke away from his grip. You'll see at school. I have to go, I said. I ran as fast as I could home. Once I got home, I laid down on the ground. Obviously, I laid inside the box, and slowly fell asleep. I did have a hard time sleeping, though. Felt as though I was being watched. Chapter 3. Looking at my phone for the time on how long I had this recording for. I woke up with a crick in my neck and my back. Ugh, I hate sleeping on the ground like this, but I am used to this. I hissed as I popped my back. Speaking of which, my back hurts right now just from being bent in a position. Being bent. I don't have a upright stature while I'm reading these because I am used to slumping when I do these in general. Okay, well, let's just continue going on. I sighed as I got up. Time to go to school. I always wake up at the same time the children next to me do. I mean, in the building next to me. I looked at myself in the window. I look fine. I really wish I could shower, I mumbled. And I ran to school. I panted a bit when I got there. A lot of guys looked at me and glared. Then I saw Gabriel there. Walked to the boys' locker room and took a shower there. Dahi? I heard Gabriel say, he can't see me now. I'm completely naked. I thought, blushing. I'm kind of naked at the moment. I yelled to him. It's okay. I just wanted to talk to you before school. A lot of the other kids were talking shit about you, and I just got worried. He said softly. I sighed and got dressed. Don't worry about it. It's normal. I'm used to the bullying, I said, walking over to him. But they shouldn't be bullying someone who's beautiful, he said, looking at me. I blushed. Beautiful? I think you need to get your eyes checked, I said, walking to the door. I felt Gabriel grab my wrist. He had a strong grip, stronger than any human I ever met. Tahi, you're beautiful, he said. I tried to get my hand free, but I couldn't. I wish I were strong enough to. Let me go, I said, looking at him. Sorry. He let me go, and I turned away from him. I'm going to my class now, I said, and I walked away from him. I felt like he was following me. Ever since yesterday, I felt like I was being stalked. I softly sang to myself as I walked to class. You have a very beautiful voice, I heard Gabriel say. Why are you following me? I asked him. I can't say, just something is pulling me to you, said, well, whatever it is, tell it to fuck off and stop leaving and stop following me, and my voice is not beautiful. Somewhat yelled. I saw a lot of students looking at me and Gabriel, and I felt embarrassed. I knew I shouldn't have came to school today. I said, running away. I could hear Gabriel running after me. I need to lose him. Ah, the forest! I thought. I ran towards the forest, hoping that I would lose him. Chapter 4. I had to stop running after a time, and I fell down panting. Then I suddenly felt a strong man tackle me. I yelped in surprise and squirmed. Relax, it's me, Gabriel. Gabriel said softly, let me go. Oh, let go of me. I said, I had puffy red eyes from crying the whole way here. I looked at him and saw a pair of green ears and tail. They were wolf ears, no doubt. I kicked him off of me, with earning a groan from him. Get away from me, I yelled at him. He came close to me. You can't tell me what to do. I'm stronger than you. I'm stronger than you are. He said, looking at me. How did you catch up to me? I asked, backing away from him. Easy, I'm faster than you, and I got your scent. He said, coming closer to me. I kept backing away until I felt my back hit a tree and he pinned me to it. Please, just let me go. I said, looking at him, why did you run from the person who cares about you? So you care about someone who is just a sore thumb? I asked, looking up at him. Of course I do. You're beautiful and talented. If no one can see that, then they're all blind. He said, looking me in the eyes. I looked away and looked down on nobody important. I said, he made me look at him by grabbing my chin, and he growled a bit. I swear I'll change that thought that you have about yourself. So I tried to get away again, but to no avail that I couldn't. He was just too strong. I don't know why it says as, but it's supposed to say was. I need to fix that. Was just too strong. Then I felt a pair of lips touch my head. I looked up at him. Why did you... Oof. I can't even pronounce that word very well. He kissed me. I pushed him off of me and hissed at him. What the fuck? You think it's okay to just kiss someone that you know barely anything about? I yelled at him. His ears went down. He looked at me. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself. But I'm not letting you get away from me. He growled at me. Going up the tree to get away from him. I know you'll have to come down sooner or later, dear. He said with a smirk. He's not wrong. I will have to, but for now, I'm very tired. I felt my body grow heavy and fall out of the tree. Fell right into Gabriel's arms. You're coming home with me, he said. Then I blacked out. Chapter 5. I woke up in a bed a few hours later. Where am I? I looked around the room and saw nothing that I recognized, aside from my clothes that were hanging. Did whoever found me undress me? Undress me? Did whoever found me undress me? I'm sorry if I went quieter there for a second. I was making sure I read that correctly in my own writing. I went to get up, but my legs felt weak. I ended up falling down again. I heard someone run up to me. Are you okay, dear? It was Gabriel. He saw me laying on the ground and picked me up. You shouldn't try to get up. You ran a lot earlier, so you need your rest. He said, then I heard my stomach growl. I remembered everything that happened when he left to get me something to eat. So he technically kidnapped me. I said softly to myself. He came into the room with something that you'd see in a restaurant. Why did you technically kidnap me? I asked him as he set the plate on my lap. I started eating when he spoke. It's because it's not safe out there for someone who was as low on energy as you were. He said, that doesn't give you the right to undress me, I somewhat yelled. I'm sorry about that. I undressed you so I could give you a bath. You were covered in filth, I could tell you didn't take a shower that often, he said, sitting beside me. I'm still mad at you for kissing me like how you did. Don't lie, you liked it. Gabriel said, smirking a bit. I blushed and went back to eating. Wow, this is really good, I said softly. Did you cook this? I asked him. No, I did. He smiled softly. Why is it always the pretty ones that are crazy? Why did you move to a completely human community? I asked him. My mate was here, and they just so happened to be right in front of me. He said, looking at me. Mate? I blushed darkly, and he smiled at me. He kissed my head. Yeah, werewolves have mates, Donnie. And you just so happened to be my mate, he said softly. I felt honored, but at the same time, I didn't feel safe. I cuddled close to him once I finished eating. Do you feel unsafe, love? He asked me, to which I only nodded. He kissed my eyebrow. I will not let anyone touch you, or even hurt you. He said, his voice deeper than before. It sounded more protective. I think I fell asleep after he said that. Alright. That is the ending of chapter 5. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I know this was really short, but I am hoping you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button. Comment if you want to. Subscribe if you're new. And share it around with your friends. I hope you all have an amazing day. The Outcast, the Queen of the Outcast will always be here for you if you need help. Love you all. Good night.